And one thing I would say, and I bet you B feels like this too, is like, I know I'm vulnerable in front of you guys, especially in front of Beef. But man, I'll say like when you can find a woman that you could just literally fucking be yourself with, like you don't have to worry about anything about like how she's going to portray you or anything like that. She just loves you for who you are. It's a great thing. So I highly suggest you just get obese, be the ugliest you can be dirt poor, and then find the girl of your dreams. And then it's all uphill from there. No, I'm just kidding.
Sounds like all you gotta do is find the girl of my dreams.
Yeah, God. If only,
But just
if only it was that
honestly,
easy.
just find a girl that accepts you for who you are. And same with women. Like, don't try and find a man that you envision that you want to change them into. Love them for who they are and what they have a passion for. You know.
Yeah.
And from there, it's like the rest will work itself out as long as you're willing to work for it.
I think a big thing with finding women too. Like I know we I don't want to go back into this like I think we did a whole thing on dating and stuff like that. But one thing is like Gene and I were talking about today is I've written down to understand thyself, like thyself, or to understand yourself, excuse me, is you have to understand your principles, right? So going back to that, but a big thing is that who you are when you act at certain times. I feel like I wrote down that I have 6 different personalities, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way, where I can identify personality as being, I can identify how I felt, how I'm acting, like, you know, there's a time where I'm very intense. There's a time where I'm kind of like you've said it to me, Coach, a bunch of times. Where I'm like, no. I just remember when I used to do that. I'd be like, no. Like, I just do that, and I'm just being dickish for no reason, or like there's and then observing. So the cool part about doing this is if you really observe, you write them all down, these personalities down, and then you ask yourself, do these personalities really reflect the principles you want to set? Mm-hmm. Then you say, who in my life do I show these personalities to? The funny part is, no matter what you can do, you have to, if you really want to find the right, doesn't matter about the right woman. You want to find a woman that really can accept you. Is you have to learn to show all those personalities. Yeah. And I'm saying 6. It could be a lot more. It could be a lot less for you guys.
It could be 5.
Yeah, it could. 18. And exactly. It could be these different parts of you that, but you have to be okay that like sometimes, because to some people they see that, they're like, that's crazy that you're so different all the time, and it's like, but the reality is if you're showing that, like, that's already that you're willing to show that, that's the only way it's going to work.
It's a form of honesty.
It is. It's a really hard, because
talking about that B side inside of us, and I feel like every guy has that, because I have it too. I mean, my relationship was like this, like for quite a while. Where like I would just outburst, you know, I had rage in me.
Yeah.
And there were sides of me where I'm just like, who the fuck am I? Like, why am I talking like this? Why am I being so disrespectful?
Yeah.
And it was out of anger. It's literally the term. It sounds cliche, but like, I say things I don't really mean, and it's so true. Like, I don't even know where I manifest like these certain words.
Sometimes not even anger though. Like, it's like with me, like I have 3 personalities like that, where I'll say something and I'm like, why the fuck did I say that? Like, it's just the 3 of them aren't. The one's angry is more on the angry side, but 2 of them are like, they're just that form. The one I said, like I'll be like, no, or I can't do it for some reason because I'm on the spot. Because
you're also not 7 years old. So.
Yeah, but I'll say that, and like I'm just being a dick for no reason, and I'm like, why? And certain people though, it's actually really fun. It's fun to know yourself. Because if you're not to know yourself in that way, so what I do is I draw a line to people so I drew all the people in my life and who I've shown those personalities to. And it's really interesting. Like, I've shown, you guys have seen most of them, you know, but like my point is that, and I think that also is like why you have stronger friendships, bonds, is because you're able to do that, able to show that. The one tip that I could even say further for, like, because I'm going back to you guys, is if you're trying to find a woman, is being able to show that, you know, maybe you guys only have one, maybe you're just fine, but it's also being honest with yourself. Like, is that there? And then have you really shown that to everybody, or shown that, not to everybody, shown that to people? And then you ask yourself, like, who is there someone that could test that on? Because eventually, and that could be a girl that's a friend, or a friend that's, you know, not a girlfriend, but a friend that's a girl that can kind of see that of you. And maybe you guys do that, but that's a big thing, is because if you can't learn to live with the shittiest parts of yourself and move that over and try to work on them to make yourself, your actions again line up to your principles, you'll never find someone that's going to accept you, you know? So if you can't accept yourself, why would you expect, like, if you pity yourself or you look down on yourself, you think you're a piece of shit, you don't value yourself, like, who the fuck's going to want you? No one, right?
I mean,
like, like, no one's perfect, so who the fuck so don't ever think that way yourself, you know? So, like, I think the principles are, but the only way you're going to, I think that's you know, you actually, I admire the most out of your principles are really strong. We have a friend named Cameron that really, really strong too. And yeah, you know, if it comes to like success versus
his name was private, remember?
Yeah. Well, there's a million.
They don't know how to spell it.
Yeah,
so
there's
it's
a million
okay.
Camerons in
That's
this.
true.
Yeah, they don't know how to spell it.
But the ability to show that, you know, he'll look at like, you know, me, or he'll look at other people and be like, oh, I don't have the wealth, or I don't, my career, or all those things. But to be able to possess that, like, at the end of the day, like, I could lose it all. Everyone can lose it all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you fall back on those principles, they're way more important any day of the week than what you make on paper or what you've done in, like, what car you drive or whatever it is. And I really believe that. Like, that's exactly why I was bringing up, like, Belford and, like, Warren Buffett, is that they always say put people around you. If you want to make a lot of money, put people around you to make a lot of money. It's that simple, right? Like, if I want to step up, I need to find people that all they think about is stocks, and all they think about is equity, and all they think about is that, right? But I don't think life's that. I think life's about that. Like, those are important, of course, because that's surviving, but it comes back to learning from people that can help you strengthen your principles as a man and a woman, you know? So, but yeah.
Just being happy.
Yeah, and learning, yeah, exactly. Learning to be happy with it.
Yeah.